What's going on, everybody? We're blasting off here. I and everyone in my house, we're all pretty under the weather. It's not COVID. My wife actually went, she was on her way to work this morning and stopped in at a clinic and got tested, COVID-free, but we're all feeling achy, feeling coughy, feeling sore throaty. Luckily, it's not COVID. That's immediately where your brain goes, right? So maybe streaming right now is a bad idea, but I just couldn't bum around the house, and I always need to be active and be doing something even when I feel like shit. Dude, Vince, you won't believe it, but I actually went down, brewed 4 cups of coffee, came upstairs, and a bunch of my daughter's Christmas presents came today. I just piled them downstairs, kind of in the front of the living room. She's actually at her grandparents' house, my parents right now. I brewed some coffee. I took all the presents upstairs. I organized the guest room. It's kind of just this unused bedroom that we have. That's kind of like stuff we don't know what to do with right now. And I organized that room so I could fit, all of my daughter's Christmas presents in there. It was maybe like 25 minutes, right? Plenty enough time for 4 cups of coffee to brew. Walked downstairs and there was nothing. It's like it was like steaming, but it was like the coffee maker wasn't pumping water to where the heating elements, like it wasn't pumping water to what needed to get the coffee making. So looks like it's time to buy a new coffee maker, unless I can. I don't know, man. I'm out of it. But welcome, everybody. Good to see ya. I'm so out of it that I just looked down and I wondered if my microphone was muted. But there you go. What Star Wars presents did you get her? Demetrios? That's a good question. I don't know if we've gotten her any Star Wars stuff yet. Right now we've gotten her one of those like big ass battery powered cars. You know what I mean? What did they call them back in the day when we were kids? Not big wheels, but like, yeah, what were they called back in the day? I can't remember what they're called, but I got her one of those. It's a Minnie Mouse themed one. She'll love it. There's some kids in the neighborhood that have, Power Wheels. Thank you, Derek. There's some kids in the neighborhood that have one, a few, and she always, I want one of those, so it's gonna be cool. Gonna be zipping around the sidewalks in the neighborhood. Got her a big, like a doll house, because she saw like I don't know, we had like a catalog randomly come in the mail and we were flipping through it, and it was actually kind of good because it gave us ideas what to get her. It's so hard to think of things to get a kid that she doesn't already have, or we think that she would like. It seems like it would be easy, but you just don't want to buy shit, right? You don't just want to buy stuff. You want to get her stuff you think she's gonna like, right? Because when you just buy her stuff, which I have a bad habit of doing, she ends up with like 75 stuffed animals. Nobody needs that many stuffed animals. And then a bunch of other stuff too. Like a wagon, like a, what are they? I can't remember the brand. Robin? I can't remember, but something we can pull her to the pool in, with the top. She'll like that. She's been wanting one of those for a while. A bunch of other stuff, some Daniel Tiger toys. She's big into Daniel Tiger. A bunch of books. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Baggins, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Hope you are doing well. First super chat and channel support of the stream. Baggins says, you should ask Santa for the Lego Death Star. You'll love it. Look good in your office. Lego Death Star. I have not seen one of those. I actually built a couple Lego sets. In fact, I gotta check my email. Lego sent me a couple really cool Lego sets to build, and they're sponsoring like an Instagram post, and so I put those together, and go follow me on Instagram, and I'll be posting that within the next couple weeks. But one of them, I guess, I don't know if I'm even allowed to spoil it, but one of them, whatever, it was fun as hell. One of them was like such an unconventional Lego thing to put together that I did not even know it existed. It's like pop art. It's like a puzzle, but using Lego. I had no idea that this existed, and it's actually above my computer monitor right now. I didn't know where I wanted to display it, or if I wanted to display it, and then I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is like, I don't know, it's like this, a little bigger than like a square vinyl, a record, like an album cover, but it's like a puzzle. It's just cool. So yeah, go follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting that soon. But that was not what you were talking about, Baggins. Let's see. Death Star Lego. This is the psychotic song. Death Star Lego sold out. $500. Whee! How many pieces is that? 75. No, that's not. I was about to say 75,000 pieces. But that's the item number. For a little over 4,000. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that, like, these enormous pieces, that's probably the kind of thing that I would love to be able to put together with my daughter. You know, something like that would be such a cool thing to kind of. Oh wow, it has the trash compactor. It has a bunch of. That's really neat. That's huge. I'm assuming it comes with all the figures too, right? Turbo laser towers, trash compactor, moving walls, droid maintenance room, Emperor Palpatine's throne room, super laser planet destroyer, Lord Vader's TIE Advanced. Includes 23 iconic Lego Star Wars minifigures and accessories. I just got this weird punch of nostalgia just now looking at this. Looking at all these 23 included Lego minifigs. I don't know about you guys, but back in the day when I was a kid, I usually built like medieval Legos. I don't even really know what's available nowadays other than Star Wars stuff. I've never really looked into it, to tell you the truth. But back in the day, I loved Knights in Shining Armor medieval Lego sets, and that's primarily what I built. Castles and stuff like that. I can remember a base that I used to have, like a big plastic base, and you built a castle on top of it. Interesting. Yeah, anyway. Maybe one day there, Baggins. But yeah, anyway, follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting a couple Lego sets that I built and will be posting about soon. But anyway, I appreciate that, man. And Clark Herman, Jake Carter, and Baggins, guys, thank you so much for the channel support this afternoon as well. Clark says, when episode 10 happens, what do you think the next saga is going to be about? If you did talk about this in one of your videos, it's because I forgot about the vid. I might have talked about it in another video. I might have forgotten about it myself, Clark. But that is, do I think there is going to be, and I know this isn't what you asked, but do I think there is going to be an episode 10? Yeah, there's no question in my mind that in the distant future, maybe not too distant future, you know, what is the distant future? 10 years? 15 years? 20 years? There's no question in my mind that eventually we will get another episode of the Skywalker saga. Maybe it won't be branded that way, but there's no question in my mind that the episodic films will eventually kick off once again, you know. Do you think, let's just hypothetically, do you think 10 years from now, 20 years from now, let's say 20 years from now, when a whole new batch of creatives and a whole new batch of, like, I don't know, high-ups, big wigs in Disney and Lucasfilm come in, new blood, you know, do you think they're just going to sit on their hands and say, well, 20 years ago, they said that the Skywalker saga and the episodic films are done, so I'm just gonna not do it. No way. They're gonna make more, right? There's no question in my mind that eventually, distant future, we'll get it. What will it be about? I have no idea. I would love. I'm a big proponent of, like, kind of leaving stuff behind and starting fresh. If episode 10 starts with just, like, characters having knowledge of previous characters and doesn't actually show any characters that we are familiar with, I'm perfectly fine with that, you know, if that's the direction. But I would be willing to bet that, you know, let's say hypothetically 15, 20 years from now, if an episode 10 is to be made, you know, why not include some previous sequel trilogy cast members, you know. Yeah, I don't know. What could they do? I have no idea, Roadhouse. I mean, they could think of something, right? That's for you know, people much more creative than me to figure out. But you know, who knows? I just in my like deep in my brain, I just cannot see them in the distant future not making more episodic films, you know. But you never know. You never know. Could be done, but I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate that, Clark. Maybe a new generation of Jedi or something so off the beaten path, so different, which is what I would love for them to do. But, you know. Yeah, we'll see. I agree with that, Roadhouse, for sure. There we go. Can't quench my thirst. Jake33W, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Speaking of Lego, have you seen the new holiday special, or do you plan to watch it? Good question. I have seen a little bit of it, which means the weekend that it came out, or the weekend after it came out. It came out on the 17th, right? Anyway, around then, we have a tradition every day of the weekend where we go wake up my daughter, or not. We don't wake her up. When she wakes up, we go get her, bring her downstairs. She lays in bed with me and my wife, and we always watch some cartoons or something, right? And we put on the Lego holiday special, Star Wars holiday special. And some things she's super into, and she'll sit there and watch it, like Spirit, the horse show. Or there's like a mermaid show on Netflix, or what else? She like Gigantosaurus is a show on Disney Plus. There's a few shows that will lock her in, man. And she will sit there for like 30 minutes to an hour, just munching on a banana, you know, drinking some water, laying in bed with us as we're sipping on our coffee, groggy-eyed, right? But the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special, for whatever reason, just would not hold her attention more than 10 minutes. So I've seen maybe about 10 minutes of it. Yeah, eventually I'm sure I'll sit down to watch it, but maybe I'll give it another shot this weekend coming up, you know. But yeah, if I end up sitting down and watching it, maybe I'll do a little video about it. Nothing crazy, just probably talking into a microphone with a still image. But it probably won't be much to say, right? It's probably just fun and goofy, and yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, Jake. And Carter, Lovejoy, Baggin, Splashback, and D. Ryman, thank you guys so much for the channel support this afternoon. Carter says, game recommendation for the stream, Telltale's The Walking Dead. Decision-based game based on the comic books and is way better than the TV show. So, I have played... Ooh, have I played those? No. Okay, so... I know exactly what you're talking about, Carter. I've never played the Walking Dead ones. I played, when I say played, I mean like I downloaded it because it was free on the Xbox a long time ago. From what I remember, I definitely didn't buy it. The Game of Thrones one of the Game of Thrones ones, and I maybe played it for a couple hours, and that's it. But yeah, I don't really have any experience with those games beyond that. Little experience. But yeah, I mean, I could see myself getting into those Telltale like kind of decision, choose your own adventure games. That does that company exist anymore? Or am I thinking of something else? I could be wrong. They went bankrupt. That's so interesting, man. I felt like they were so successful with those games. Like, I guess not. I have no idea. Plus, they had so many franchises that they were a part of. Batman, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead. I mean, that's crazy. So many licenses for that. That's interesting. I'd love to hear the kind of the story behind why they went under. But anyway, yeah, maybe I'll check them out sometime, Carter. Maybe one day they'll pop up on Game Pass for free. But anyway, right now, all I'm doing is playing Mario Kart on my new Switch, and also playing A Link to the Past, because it's free on the Switch for like the SNES Nintendo Online download thing that you can get. It's so much fun, man. I haven't played that game in like maybe 10, 15 years. I just forgot how fun it is. I played for a couple hours last night, just laying in bed on my Switch. Or no, it was the night before. Yeah, it's a good time. Anyway, Breath of the Wild. Yeah, it's on my Christmas list. That and Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey is on my wife's Christmas list, so we both we ordered it together. They should be in the mailbox today. I should just open it. I should open it up and play it, and wrap the box, like the package that it comes in, but play the game. Make a video about. Yeah, that wouldn't be right. Anyway, I appreciate that, Carter. Yeah, I'm super excited to play. I'm Star Wars guy for sure. Baggins, thank you so much once again. I got it back in February. It took me a week. LOL. I love it. It was 300 pounds in the UK. Nice. I actually was just looking at. So they're out of stock. Let's see. Out of stock. Space Station. They're out of. Well, it looks like they're out of stock on like Lego.com, and the only places that you can get them. Wired did a video where they destroy the Lego. Oops. They destroy the Lego Death Star with a baseball bat? Why would you do that? Why am I about to watch this? What was I gonna say? Lego Death Star. Yeah, okay, so it looks like the cheapest one is used. Okay. From Brick Owl? Is that a what is this? Brick Owl. Oh, it's like a Lego exclusive eBay, kind of looks like. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like the cheapest one on Brick Owl is like $450 or something like that. Used. Walmart. What? Man, Walmart. This has to be a third-party seller. It's like, I hate how Walmart does that. It's basically like an eBay or an Amazon now, where they have third-party vendors selling on their website, and you get so many different prices for the same thing. I don't like it. I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, they have this Lego Death Star for almost $1,100. So Walmart, you're cool with this third-party seller throwing up a Lego Death Star that retails for $500 for $1,100? I mean, I guess I'm sure they get a pretty sizable kickback, but like, I don't know, it just looks shitty. Anyway. It's crazy. Anyway. I appreciate that, Baggins. I hope it was fun. I've built 3 Lego sets in the past couple months, and I've enjoyed, putting them all together. And I think my favorite one was the most recent one, because it was so unique and different. Like the pop art thing. I'll take a picture of it soon on Instagram, because it's a Lego, partnership. But, it was fun, man. It was really cool. Anyway. Splashback, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Hey, I'm always asleep during the streams, but I'm up extra early today. Nice. Normally listen to them after. Love the channel and book. Also, Ledo. I think I said Leggy and Ledo. Saturn 5. Nice, man. Where are you from? I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. It is 3:21 p.m. here. It's always really interesting to me, Splashback, because I never really considered it before, but people listening to these things after the fact, you know. Do any of you guys listen to them? Like, do any of you guys make a habit out of listening to them after the fact? I guess I never really considered that, but that's cool, man. And I appreciate the kind words. And I appreciate you liking the book. It's actually, so anybody listening to my voice right now, the book is on sale until the end of Christmas. Amazon literally will not let me list it for cheaper than it's listed right now. The paperback, I believe, is $8.99. And if you're a Prime member, it's free shipping. 2-day shipping, I think, for it. And it's, I believe, $2.99 on the Kindle. Amazon literally will not let me list it any cheaper. So, check it out. Or don't. Anyway. I appreciate that, Splash, if you're still here, man. But yeah, so the Lego Saturn V is definitely one that I've been having my eye on for a very long time. And that's probably out of stock too, right? That's probably one of those that's like super expensive. Lego Saturn V. Yeah, oh, okay. So Amazon, Walmart. So you can get it for $189. That's not bad. Is this the right one though? I guess so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is I think this is the right one. Anyway. Yeah, that's definitely in terms of a Lego kit, Lego set that I would love to build. The Saturn V is probably at the top of the list. I can just visualize it mounted like on my wall on like a little like they sell these circular I don't know how to describe them. They're like circular shelves. They're like almost like a coaster, right? With an attachment that hooks to the wall. And I think it's meant for like potted plants. Just kind of, it's kind of cool and unique. It's a cool and unique shelf. It's a circle. It's a disc. And I think it would be really cool to get one of those and put a Saturn V on it. Just kind of like on my wall, you know, a unique shelf for it. But yeah, that's one that I've, you know, if I could pick a Lego set to build right now, it would definitely be the Lego Saturn V. But anyway, Splashback, I appreciate that, man. I don't know if you're still here. I appreciate the kind words and the support. Maybe you're going to listen to this after the fact, but take it easy, man. I don't see you in the chat right now, so. D. Ryman, Oscar, Grant, and Super Michael 98. Thank you guys so much. D. Ryman says, there's an old Star Wars game where you play as Jango Fett taking place before Attack of the Clones. He flies a ship that looks like Razor Crest. Do you think that Razor Crest is an Easter egg of this? Ooh, that's a good question. Are you talking about, wait, Jango Fett. What's the game called? Jango Fett game. Is it Bounty Hunter? Is that the one you're thinking of? If it's Bounty Hunter, D. Ryman, I actually never played Bounty Hunter. I never owned when it first came out. It came out for the GameCube and the PS2, I believe. I think it came out simultaneously. Could be wrong, but when in 2002 when the game came out, I did not own a PS2. I did not own a GameCube. I never owned a GameCube, and I never owned a PS2. The only PlayStation that I've ever owned my entire life is a PlayStation 3. That's the only one I've... Wait, is that right? Did a PlayStation... Oh my god, I have a horrible memory. PlayStation 3. Yeah, the PlayStation 3 is the only PlayStation I've ever owned. What? PlayStation 3s are going for... Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, PlayStation 3 is the only PlayStation I've ever owned. And the GameCube is the only Nintendo console that I've never owned. So, yeah, whenever Bounty Hunter came out, I just didn't own the consoles that it came out on, you know. So, I actually never got around to playing it. Still haven't. I don't believe it's available anywhere online unless there's like an emulator or something like that. But anyway, I guess it's possible. Let's see. Razor Crest. Let's look this up. Yeah, Gibson. I think I had a couple Owen albums hanging on my wall. They're all in the guest room right now in a box. They haven't been moved since the move. When we moved into our new house. Star Wars Bounty Hunter ship. Let's see. Bounty Hunter game ship. Looks familiar. Fans, this Jango Fett ship. Jaster's Legacy. Okay, let's compare. His ship is definitely inspired by this. When I first saw the Mando ship, I thought it actually was the same model ship. Without a doubt, the game had some pretty cool storylines. I wouldn't be surprised to see some other influences from the game. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm sure... Let's see, Razor Crest. I'm sure it does, you know, like everything in Star Wars, it draws inspiration. It's definitely similar. It definitely is similar, you know, in style. And I'd be really surprised if the person who designed the Razor Crest wasn't inspired by, you know, Jango's ship from Bounty Hunter. So, yeah. That's just, you know, there's so much stuff like that in Star Wars, right? But that's cool. Cool find. I would love to be able to play that game. D. Ryman, that, like, Bounty Hunter is the game that gets recommended to me probably more than any other on this channel. Or people ask me if I've played it. Probably more than any other on this channel because... and I always have to say, like, yeah, I didn't own the GameCube. I didn't own a PlayStation, you know? It's weird, but like in 2002, all I was doing was PC gaming. Like I had a Nintendo 64 and then a Dreamcast. And then I didn't have another console until, let's see, Dreamcast release date. 1998. And then I didn't have another, and then, okay, so then I didn't have another console till probably like 2007 with the Xbox 360, maybe 2006. So like 8 or 9 years I went without getting a new console, basically, because all I was doing was PC gaming. That's like all I played, you know, PC games and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for the super chat channel support. Oscar says on Switch and Xbox, check out Hello Neighbor. You know, it's interesting that you bring that up, Oscar, because it was on Game Pass a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month ago. And I installed it, and I played it for maybe 20 minutes. And I feel, as much as I love Game Pass, I feel like that it's not... It's not a good thing for me. Like, I love it. It's great. It's cheap for what it is. You get access to a ton of great games. But for me, I have a really bad habit of, like, not finishing games and ping-ponging between games so often, you know? And I don't stick with one. And Game Pass is like horrible for someone like me, because I'll play Hello Neighbor, for example, for 20 minutes and be like, okay, got my fill, uninstall, let's install something else, play that for 20 minutes, uninstall, reinstall, blah, 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 blah. And it's just a never-ending cycle of me just, like, installing shit, uninstalling shit, playing it for 30 minutes, you know what I mean? But yeah, I it's also, Hello Neighbor is also kind of like, when it comes to video games, I have a hard time getting into, like, stealthy games, you know, Oscar? Stealth games and me don't really go hand in hand for whatever reason. I guess I just don't have the patience. Like, back in the day with Splinter Cell, or even Metal Gear Solid, man. Like, I am not good at stealth games because I just end up I don't know, just going crazy and, like, exposing myself and running around, and that's just me. I've never been, like, one to play very stealthy games, and I think I guess the only real stealthy game that I finished in I don't know how long was Alien Isolation. And that's really that's just because of the I guess the franchise, you know. But yeah, anyway. If you don't like stealth games, then you love Doom. Yeah, man. Love me some Doom. Have not played the newest one yet. I saw that it was on Game Pass, but I have not installed it yet. But yeah. Anyway. Grant Guthrie and Super Michael 98, thank you guys both for coming in with the final super chats and channel supports of the stream. Grant says, can we talk about how I called that? Grant, are you still here? That name drop. I have no idea how I called it, but damn. Are you still here, Grant? What name drop are you specifically talking about? I'm pretty under the weather. If you guys weren't here at the beginning of the stream, what name drop are you talking about? If you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, the whole family is sick. I got a burning sore throat. My daughter has crazy congested nose. Oh, spoilers. It's been a week. Almost, man. People, Ahsoka? Tython? Oh yeah, but it's not COVID. My wife went and got tested this morning on her way to work. Oh, Thrawn, that's right, Grant. Duh, you're Thrawn, of course. You've been saying that you want Thrawn in live action. Yeah. That's something I definitely was not expecting. I'm curious if he's, well, there's no question in my mind that he's going to pop up now, right? Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really interesting. Has there been any like leaks or whatnot of who Thrawn will be played by? My guess is we're not going to see him in this season, right? We got episode 6, 7, and 8. I think there's only 8 episodes in this season. My guess is that we'll not, you know, we won't see him in this season. Could be wrong. No leaks about Thrawn. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe it hasn't been. I mean, maybe they haven't even filmed yet. Maybe that's going to be for another season, right? But I haven't had that kind of reaction to a show in eons. Nice, man. I'm glad that did it for you. I'm really glad that did it for you, Grant. I hope. Yeah, I hope it's everything that you're wanting it to be. And it's gonna be really interesting because people even in the stream and I've seen people on Twitter kind of saying that like Ahsoka looked off or something was off about Ahsoka. And when you're so used, I thought it was great, but when you're so used to seeing a character in animation or one way, and then you see a live action version, some people have said it seemed cosplay-y, right? I don't think that's avoidable. When we're all used to seeing a character, especially as a cartoon, it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really interesting. I don't know who would play, who I would want. I would love to be just have somebody be a nobody, But if I had to guess, Grant, your wish will come true. Yeah, I agree. I know who you're talking about. But if I had to guess, your wish will come true next season. That's my pure guess. But anyway, I appreciate that, Grant. I'm glad you're on Cloud 9, man. What the hell does Cloud 9 mean? Cloud 9 meaning. Origin. A state of perfect happiness, usually in the phrase. Okay, why do they call it Cloud 9? In September 1896, so like 120 years ago, cumulonimbus cloud. Wait, the greatest cloud in the world was listed as Cloud 9 in a new cloud classification. And so to be on Cloud 9 became like floating on the tallest cloud on Earth. The story began with Sir Ralph Abercrombie, who became fascinated by meteorology while serving in the British Army. Interesting. So in 1896, there was a new designation, a new type of cloud was classified. Cumulonimbus. And it was classified as the 9th cloud in this classification. Very interesting. Okay, we learned something new, Grant. Super Michael 98, thank you so much for the channel support. Have you been able to check out the Animaniacs reboot? No, where is that? Let me see. 2020. No, oh, it's on Hulu. Okay, that might actually be kind of fun for my daughter to watch. I remember kind of watching the original run.
Also, I finally managed to record my damn D&D podcast's first episodes after many bad starts from sickness, work stuff, or tech issues. Season finale of 2020 is really going well.
Hell, nice, man. Grant, thank you so much. Super Michael, and Grant, thank you guys so much. So, Super Michael, I have not checked it out. Maybe eventually I'll throw it on the TV this weekend when we're watching something with the kid, and maybe she'll get into it. The problem is, like, there's so much kid stuff out there to watch. I feel like now I'm gonna feel like one of those old people telling you that there were 3 channels on the TV back in the day. But like, we had Nintendo. Boy, we had Nintendo. We had Nickelodeon. And that was really about it, I feel like, for a while. And then I remember when Cartoon Network was first, like, created. I remember like watching the first episodes of Space Ghost Coast to Coast at night. And nowadays, like with my 2.5-year-old daughter, dude, there's so much kid stuff. So much kid stuff to watch. It's insane. Like, every streaming service has their own original kids stuff. You can go on YouTube and endlessly watch as much kids stuff as you possibly want. it's just like an endless amount of kid stuff to watch. It's nuts. It's overwhelming. So a lot of these like reboots and stuff like that kind of slip through the cracks because we're watching other stuff. But I guess it's like that with everything, right? I guess it's like that with everything. Adult programming as well, right? But anyway, I appreciate that, Super Michael. And Michael, Bordages. How do I say this? I can't remember. Bordages? I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, which you will correct me. But Mike, thank you so much, man. When I'm sick, I like to watch the Micro series. Yeah. The problem is, I'm about to have to hop off, and my parents are bringing my daughter home. They were babysitting her today. So I'm not going to have the luxury of plopping on the couch and watching the Micro series. But, yeah, maybe soon. I'm trying to think when I'll have a full, like, I guess I could watch a little bit tomorrow. Dude, it would be so cool to be able to, like, watch it on a live stream. Is that something that I could do without this, like, entire channel getting punched in the face with copyright? I mean, I know it's all up in HD on YouTube, and the person who uploaded it definitely does not own the rights to it. So, like, how does it work? I don't know. That'd be kind of a fun live stream to do, actually. Michael, eventually. I know I've been saying that since, what, May? Since the final or June, the final episode of Season 7 of Clone Wars ended. Eventually, right? Eventually. But I appreciate that, man. And Grant Guthrie, thank you so much for the final super chat and channel support before I have to jet. Head downstairs and get ready for my daughter to come home. Grant says, also, I finally managed to record my damn D&D, Dungeons & Dragons, podcast first episodes after many bad starts from sickness, work stuff, or tech issues. Season finale of 2020 is really going well. Well, that's good to hear, man. That's awesome. I'm trying to think. I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. Grant, toss a link. Well, maybe you don't have it up yet. If you have it available and ready for people to listen to, awesome. Toss what it's called in the chat, and I'll copy and paste the link so everybody can check it out. If you're still editing everything together, feel free to wait. And they won't be ready for a while. Gotcha. I know the feeling, man. I actually recently recorded a podcast with a guy named Mustache Gaming about an old game that I've been playing for 22 years, and he's still playing it too. And he makes a lot of content for this game. It's called Ultima Online. You guys have probably heard me talk about it a bunch, maybe. And I recorded that podcast, and it took me like a week or 2 weeks to get it out because the biggest reason actually is because I was using After Effects to create some effects for the podcast, if that makes sense. Like if you go watch that video that I uploaded, it's maybe a week or two old. You can check it out. It's obvious what it's called or which one it is. You can see the effect. But like it took so long because I rendered it like 4 times and I kept getting this audio glitch. And it was just weird audio glitch. And each render took like 8 or 9 hours because it's a 2-hour long video, basically. It took forever to render. And, yeah, that's why it took so long. I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling. But now I use Premiere. And I don't know, for anybody that edits video out there, I don't know why I ever... Well, I know why, because I'm kind of stubborn when it comes to trying new software. Like, After Effects is the very first video editing program I ever used. And what do? What does my dumbass do? I use the first program that I ever use, and I never use anything ever again. That's just how I work. Don't know why. I've used Premiere for other things, projects that I've had to use, videography projects, freelance stuff that, people sent me Premiere files and I had to use Premiere. Or I've actually been in graphic design or videography classes in college. where I had to use Premiere, but I never did it for videos for the channel. Now that's all I'm using. That's all I'm using because it is so easier, so quicker. It's such a smoother running program. The rendering time is like 4 minutes opposed to an hour. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway. Cool. Grant, when it's all done, feel free to let me know. I'll blast it out. Probably a lot of D&D enthusiasts and players that are also Star Wars fans and maybe HelloGreedo viewers. But all right, guys. So that's it for me. It is time for me to go downstairs and get ready for my parents to bring my daughter home. We are all pretty damn sick in this house. Sore throats, aches and chills and coughs, but it is not COVID. Got tested. We're good. I guess it's just a little shitty bug, and I guess this is kind of the second time we've been sick in a couple weeks. And I think maybe it's just because my daughter's in preschool now, and she's going to be bringing home bugs. She's going to be giving bugs as well, I suppose. So, all right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. To everyone who supported the channel through super chats, I appreciate that. Appreciate it, guys. That's it for me. I'll probably do a little stream tomorrow morning, maybe. If not, I will see you when I see you. Let's end this thing with a little fun trip to the mall, shall we? Where should we go this time? Let's go to Sears. Nah. Let's go to Macy's. Nah. Let's go to Hot Topic. Okay. What are you going to buy? I'm going to buy a leather studded belt because I'm so fucking cool. Later, guys.